or not to be. Projected out from the great globe theater, his words have since echoed through time, provoking both thought and question. To be or not to be, it implies choice, not just lifting your voice. He didn't write to say or not to say. He asks of us to be. To be is to let something become so much a part of us, so ingrained in our brains and our hearts that it's set inside of our being. To answer the call of the King is to choose to be disciples, not just do discipleship. Not attempt, not try, not fight for justice, just to even the sides. Not a game to play or word to say. Not choice, not may, not decision to weigh. It's as simple as itself. Be. Just be. A revolution is beginning with you and I binding together to live and die for something so much greater than just self-worth or purpose. And it starts today by raising a white flag, saying that from beginning to end, in plant and sin, our plans happen by giving them to Him. Rend your will to Him, it must bend.
Master's Commission. We are a force of modern-day revolutionaries, ready and willing to go when and where he says to, committed to change, not simply talking, hypothesizing, criticizing the way it should be or what has already happened, but committed to being the change we so badly need to see. It doesn't take much. The life of such a revolutionary comes obviously, but not easily. No need to declare a riot with voices raised and fists clutched. To love God, love people is all it really takes to mark yourself as different than the rest. Real words of life, real touch. What starts as a thought and then grows into a whisper. Each word creating hope as its shape takes audible form in our lips. Till bit by bit we begin to realize that we are not just pockets of people doing good in our small and frail realms of influence, but part of a huge machine that God is using to bring the change He spoke of. And growing, the word revolution takes on a new form, a wonderment into a statement, and bigger until it grows into a proclamation.
a beacon of hope to those lost in the water to sink or swim. We are nothing but a remnant of individuals fighting to stare in our feet, punch by punch, kick by kick, loss or win, shine on the light that He has given us, and all of His brightness is never dim. Remember what He says about us in CIN. He is and will use us to do His will, to rescue those who are lost, to fight for His heart, and to love those He has entrusted us with at every and all costs.
The battle waged marked by a victory that has been won. Yes, though we finished this year, the war has just begun. But with every struggle and sacrifice comes a win. We have and are taking ground. From here on out, there are still lives to be changed. We're taking that ground. There are countries to be reached. We're taking that ground. There are mouths to feed, relationships to reconcile, hearts to be healed, families to restore, fights to break, worship to be proclaimed, and souls to be saved. We're taking that ground. Every revolution begins with one and then some. As my heart was won with one word from the King, this fight began with one group resolved to be who He had called them to be. To be more than those that talk about discipleship and character, but rather to be the ones that are committed to letting discipleship and character become who we are. To be is not just to do or to say, but to exist as such in every single way. And that means us. That means now. Don't wait around, start making some sounds. Begin to serve, begin to love, begin to pray. What happens next is what begins with today. The raise a shout as we celebrate what God has done and is going to continue to do using Master's Commission, both now and into the future, through and through.